Bonjour, je m'appelle Kelsey et tu es Pipsqueak le chien. Et nous avons une histoire appelée The Artist Who Loved Cats. So hi, I'm Kelsey and this is Pipsqueak the dog, and today we have a story called The Artist Who Loved Cats. And we want to thank our friend Susan Bernardo for letting us have permission to have the story told, and also want to thank Courtney Fletcher, who did the photos for this as well. Pipsqueak and I have a little story here, and maybe what you noticed at the beginning was there was a little en français, and so we will learn some French words, and Pip has a teeny tiny little beret that we can just put on her for a second. What do you think, Pip? Yeah, she's like, okay, I guess I'll wear a beret. So she has a teeny tiny beret that I just wanted to show you guys. And Pip did just have surgery. She's actually been recovering really well, and she's been kind of antsy, so I thought maybe she'd want to do a story time with us, although now she's decided she's going to be really shy. So, all right, The Artist Who Loved Cats. And I love the inscription. It says, cats are very inspiring too. They sure are. We love animals at Pause and Think. As she was strolling down the Rue Montcalm with a fresh baguette tucked under her arm, Antoinette paused to see what was new in the clustered shop window of Monsieur Avu. There were lots of things she had seen already: a broken old clock and that one-eyed teddy, porcelain dolls in a china dish, leather brown books and a filigree fish, candelabra and a silver ladle, and 23 goblets on a spindle table. She peered deeper inside and her eyes opened wide. I don't recall that interesting cat. I wonder where Monsieur found that. The sign said open, so she pushed on the door, which made the bell tinkle at the back of the store, which made Monsieur Javier come down the stair and up to the front to see who was there. Bonjour, Antoinette, he said with a smile. Have you time to come in and browse for a while? Bonjour, she replied. Comment allez-vous? That's French for good day, and how do you do? Please, will you tell me about that sweet little cat? And she pointed to the shelf where the little cat sat. Oh, the bronze. It's by Steinlen. That's one of his cats. It's really quite rare. Steinlen, who's that? Monsieur was soon holding the cat in his hand, so she dropped the baguette in an umbrella stand and sat herself down on a comfortable stool where Monsieur's tales were the best kind of school. Oh, Théophile Steinlen, oh goodness, my French is rusty, was an artist, of course, who loved to observe and draw cats of all sorts. Ooh, said Antoinette, please tell me more. I love to hear stories about things in your store. Excusez-moi, said the cat. This is my tale to tell. I know Monsieur Steinlen. I knew him quite well. Perd noir. Where shall I start? How does an artist begin to make art? So now we're going to hear a story from the kitty cat. You guys see him right there? When Steinlen was young, even younger than you, he started to draw, and he drew and he drew. He loved to watch cats tumble and play and spend hours sketching us every which way. In school, Steinlen studied fabric design, worked hard, got a job, and was doing just fine. Still, he wanted to paint. He wanted to draw all of the interesting things that he saw. He wasn't enticed by cathedrals or kings, preferred everyday people doing everyday things. He drew laundresses and farmers and women in hats, and most of all, Steinlen still loved to draw cats. In 1881, Steinlen moved with his wife to Paris to embrace the creative life. Oh, what a time to arrive in the city. The culture, the characters, so wild, so witty. And on the edge of Paris, at the top of a hill, lay Montmartre with his art and its busy windmills. Here the feet of every woman and man march to the beat of we can. We can do what it takes to follow our heart. We can make the world better with our music and art. What do you think, Pip? You awake? 56 cats and nary a mouse lived with his family in a sweet little house. Steinlen had talent, he was willing and able, but at first it was hard to put food on the table. After hours of drawing scenes that he saw on the street, he traded his sketches for something to eat. He met friends at Chat Noir, the chic cabaret known for lively salons and unique shadow plays. It was such an inspiring place to be, rubbing shoulders with Ravel, Valadon, and Satie. The cabarets were bustling with many musicians who needed cool covers for their compositions, and Chat Noir began printing its own magazine full of stories and songs from the cabaret scene. Stylin was asked to submit illustrations. At first, he accepted with some hesitation. Have you ever been nervous to try something new? Not sure it was something you'd be able to do? Well, Stylin gave it a try and was glad he said yes because his cartoons of cats were a surprising success. Let's get some kitty cat drawings. In posters, he featured his daughter Colette, or his pets like you see in this ad for a vet. He drew bicycles, Coco, and soldiers in hats, but most of all, Stylin, he still loved to draw cats. This guy loves himself some cats. Stylin's sketches protested the cruelties of war, revealed injustice and the plight of the poor. He didn't use fists or weapons or words. Instead, he chose art to make his voice heard. Ooh, sorry, Pippi. Wake you up. Pencil and ink, pastel and crayon. Stylin was a versatile man. He captured the sights that he saw on his walks with etching and sketching, charcoal and chalks, and just a few little sculptures like the one you see here. That's the reason this cat is so precious, my dear. Monsieur placed the cat on its shelf, retrieved the baguette, and walked to the door saying, Au revoir, Antoinette. The world is abounding with magic and mystery. Each thing has a past, each place has a history. You can make the world better with music and art if you keep your eyes open and follow your heart. Mais oui, but of course, I shall always do that. Be curious and creative like artists and cats. Au revoir, she added, et merci. Cheers, monsieur. That's French for goodbye and thank you, dear sirs. Maybe. Again, French is a little rusty. All right, so there's the end of the story. So this really great end of this book that we shared has all this stuff all about Stylin. And a lot of you guys know this picture right here. I feel like it's one that a lot of people have. There's lots of people that have them up in their house. So that's actually a reprint of one of his pieces of art. So that's really cool. And then there's some other things about composers and singers. So it's really neat historical glimpse into what it was like to be an artist back in France during then. I also love that at the end it has all sorts of pictures of dogs and cats, and it says love and thanks to the people and furry friends who made this project purr, which I thought was very precious. So they gave a thank you even to all of the animals as well. So we wanted to end this story time, right, Pippi? Are you still there? We wanted to end this story time by sharing a little bit about Pipsqueak and the therapy work that she does when we aren't under quarantine. But one of the things we wanted to show you is that, did you know that every therapy dog has their own special ID? And this one is Pipsqueak's from February. So our dogs have to take their big test every 2 years, and Pip took hers in February and passed with flying colors, didn't you? Yes. And she gets her own IDs. So then that way, if we're going somewhere where they want to make sure I brought the right dog with me and that this dog has been tested by Pause and Think, she has to take her ID and I take my ID. So they can check both of us, right, Pippers? Do you want to see it? Are you going to try and lick it? Just sniff it? All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed story time. I apologize for my French for anyone out there that speaks it fluently and is appalled at my pronunciation or my accent. So thank you for hanging with me as we shared this really fun story, and we hope to see you guys real soon. All right, say bye, Pippers. Bye-bye.